Hey there YouTube, AJ here, and today I'm coming at you from the Hot Wheels 2026 Charlotte Legends Tour. So this show was originally scheduled a month and a half ago, or maybe even longer, I'm not sure, and I was here but it was rained out, so they didn't get the show. It's rescheduled and it's on now. Now there are a lot of really nice cars here. I'm going to show you some of my favorites that I think are worthy of being a Hot Wheels. So Hot Wheels are a little more wild a lot of times. I'm going to mix my perspective on what I like in cars and what I like in Hot Wheels. And it's, like I said, it's my feelings. I know there's going to be a lot of cars here that are really, really nice, but I'm not going to show them. I'm like, you know, a really, really nice 67 Camaro is awesome, but you know, I don't think that's really standard. I mean, I just feel there are other cars I think would be cooler as Hot Wheels. So let's take a look at the cars, see the show, and I'll let you know what I feel afterwards. Let's start by looking at the life-size Hot Wheels they had on display. This one is the Diora 2, which was based on the 1968 original Diora Hot Wheels. This was one of the original 16 red lines and was one of my favorite Hot Wheels of all times. Now, this one is the Bone Shaker, and this is a, I want to say early 2000s to 2010 was when the Bone Shaker came out, the original Hot Wheels for it, and they built the life-size car around the same time, I think. But it's pretty cool, basically a Model A hot rod with, you know, skull graphics. And then another old one, this is a twin mill. This is a later generation version, but the original one was made in 1969. It's another, it's probably one of the most iconic Hot Wheels ever. This is the Bucking Behemoth, and probably one of the most impressive rides here. Actually too grandiose to be a Hot Wheels in my opinion, but it was a Bronco that they made into a crew cab, and it was absolutely huge, lifted, amazing. If you didn't know, the Hot Wheels Legend Tour has a bunch of regional events, and the winner of each regional event actually competes to see who will become an actual Hot Wheels the next year. The 5700 Chevy Trucks was a 2-ton heavy-duty truck platform. This one was super cool with the short bed and the stubby rear end. There were a lot of really nice cars here, but you know, not what I would call necessarily Hot Wheels material. This van was crazy. It was actually rigged to drive upside down, and they drove looking out the back doors. It's fully operational, and it was just, it was neat. It was unique. So looking inside, you can see the seats sitting up there and looking out the rear. I really dug this super clean VW. It was done really well, and it was really nice, but again, not what I would consider a Hot Wheels vehicle. Unlike its Porsche cousin here, this Cayenne had the right look and wasn't over the top, but I think it would actually make a decent Hot Wheels. I did like it, but not my personal taste. Unlike this really super clean Toyota wagon, I loved it, and I also like this big old Ford convertible, but again, I don't think they are what Hot Wheels is looking for. However, this Vetro, which was a Metro van on a Vet chassis with motor and everything, I think it would make a good Hot Wheels. Unfortunately, the Vet part of it doesn't really display well. This cool Chevy 2 Gasser had the right look, and this VW van, it was really nicely done, but I don't know if it had the classic Hot Wheels vibe or not. I did like it though. This Charger is also super cool, I dug it, but this toolbox, snap-on toolbox truck was actually pretty cool. I think it'd make a great Hot Wheels. It wouldn't be my thing, but the way it was built and kind of half functional, with all the snap-on gear, it was neat. Now I could see how kids would really like it. It had the wing and the pliers support. The Lambo doors on this Hellcat That would probably make a nice Hot Wheels. I think it would look cool, especially if they were functional on a 1/64 scale. I was split on this COE Ford truck. I think it has a really good look, but the patina on it was just too plain. It was all like one ugly brown color. I think it has potential though. Well, the patina on this male Jeep, it had something going for it. I really dug this male Jeep. It was one of my favorites. I like the really long stretch. There's a lot of details on here. I like the JEEEEEP long Jeep in the middle. I thought that was really cool. There are some things I could see done better, but I think this one definitely had the potential to be a Hot Wheels car. It's just really neat, kind of like the mini school bus hot rods and stuff. Now this next one I almost didn't film because I thought it was just a Diora ripoff, but then I got to looking at this and I really started seeing the details in this truck, and I saw that it really had what Hot Wheels should be. Now, I normally don't dig rat rods, but looking at this hybrid Ford truck and tractor deal, I did kind of dig this one. I liked it. I think it could make a good Hot Wheels. I overall, yeah, it had more than just the rat rod thing going for it. Now this van here was cool, but in a different way. It was actually an operating private mobile grooming salon, and outside of the van wasn't much, but when you go, you know, except for the barber poles on the back here, but when you go inside, it had 2 barber chairs all decked out. They were playing great music, and it has a bathroom in it and a bar, cigar bar, humidor type situation as well. So overall, I just kind of dug it, and the guy running it was really nice, and he was cool to talk to. It was just a neat experience. But I don't think the details would translate into a Hot Wheels. This Baja Bug wasn't in the show, but it was parked next to my Jeep in the parking lot, and I really dug it, all the way from the Tom and Jerry graphics on the fender with the desert scene, and then on the roof there it has a hitch, kind of like for pulling a fifth wheel, and I've seen some of that in old magazines and stuff, so I thought it was pretty cool. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that. A lot of cool cars here. I didn't show hardly any of them in reality. There's no way I was going to film every single car separately here. But you get a flavor for what I've seen, what I like. One thing I will say about the show is it's very kid oriented. There's a lot of children here, which I understand, but honestly, that causes problems. You know, kids getting in cars and kids touching things they shouldn't be touching. I saw someone let their kids sit in a car, which the owner said it was okay, but then the kid went about starting pulling levers and buttons and stuff, and they released the emergency brake and the car started moving a little bit. Things like that need to be, you know, that bugs me. But anyway, overall the show is pretty cool. It was my first time coming. My pick would be for a cool Hot Wheels that I haven't seen before would probably be the extended male Jeep. I really like that one. There are some other cars that I really liked, but that was the big one, both literally and figuratively. But yeah, so I can't remember which one would be my number 2. Maybe I'll drop a pic of it here after I think about it. Trying to find a space where people aren't is very difficult right now. And the one big thing I have to say about the show that I did not like was the cars were jammed together very, very tight, which makes it really hard for people to get around them and try to get decent pictures. I mean, I get that this is not a traditional car show, it's different, but you know, that's the way it is. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and later, YouTube.